and we've got a great one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Houston Texans. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
What is that? 19! Here we go, dude. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Check it back. Check it back.
Watson with a give to Miller. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Watson. And that's complete. It's Green here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're a go.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 39.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Watson. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 16. A first down carry now for Miller. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Watson. This is Miller, complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 6, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Watson flushed out right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now Watson. He'll buy some time right. Going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Benardrick McKinney. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Let's go, D. Here we go, 37 to Mike. Mike 37.
From the gun, here's Watson. And it's a Cincinnati Bengals touchdown. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. 57 to Mike.
Mariota on 1st down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jordan Willis. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
1, 1, 3. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mariota going deep for Hopkins. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
On 4th down, Trevor Daniel on to punt. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. This is Miller. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out. Operating from the gun. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
No gain on the play there. Second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now it's Miller. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Bradley Roby, the quarterback, there to make the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now it's Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll take this up to about the 7- or 8-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now Joe Mixon. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
What we got? 57. Mike, 57. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. 65. 65. 61.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. From the 38, Watson forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Whitney merciless, able to run it down for a loss of a yard.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Here's Watson from the gun on third down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And put it on the board, it's 6, a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask a rat. They'll tell you.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Watson. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Carl Lawson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Watson. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Let's go right here now. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. Second down. That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make this second very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, staying ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Taking it in from 14 yards out, and the Texans have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, They had no answer.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you're looking at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Carl Lawson able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. Being chased out left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You've got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And he's able to get it out of there. Ross on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This is a 26-yard attempt. Bullock's kick is good. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, but it'll be 2nd down.
57. I'm scared.
Now on 2nd and 13, Mariota. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Geno Atkins. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Mariota. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. Finds a seam inside the 40. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They keep it with Miller on 1st down. They'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another 1st down. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Watson now. From the gun, he'll throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Here we go. Target.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota, he's got Fuller. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
Let's go. That's another Texans 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Mariota now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Watch the shift.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. Defensively, Sam Hubbard, the former Buckeye, there to stop him.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Watch the boot. Zoom, fellas, let's go. No chance.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota sliding out of the pocket. It's complete to Fuller. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 32-yard line.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
57, Mike, 56. Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
55. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 59.
After the interception, here's Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's J.J. Watt, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Throwing after the interception. Watson dancing to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Back to throw, Watson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. J.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Ricky. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Hey, here I come.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 62 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with him. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there. Let him go get it.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more...
Oh, wide open, complete. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Watson, operating from the gun. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Buying time to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. From 4 yards out, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. So they get the score, partner. Game's not over, but they still need some help here.
Agreed. They definitely need some help, but they took care of the first part by scoring themselves.
Bullock good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
57's the Mike. Bravo. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. Rip left. Rip left. Spot. Spot. No. Watch the edge.
Mariota now. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Nick Vigil. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
57's the Mike. Watch 57. Go. 57. Hey, 57. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. One. Your nightmares. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Throwing is Mariota. It's complete to Hopkins. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, motion backfield.
On first down, it's Johnson. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
You don't want none. 49. Check 49. Motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man. Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans push further out in front. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
We play to win.
Bengals
Let's
take
go.
over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. J.J. Watt in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Watson now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. To throw is Watson. Got some room at the 30. Open man is Ross, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Double time, double time. Everyone got 4 down.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 33-yard line.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Where are they, team? 57. Go, tackle, let's go. We got this, we got this.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.
Yeah. Okay, 30. pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. Love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Left pocket got pound, pound. Somebody go for revenge. Somebody throw the ball with the right hand, catch me. Ain't packing nobody new, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Baby, y'all be done so